Hi everyone and welcome back to Andrew HD, and today I wanted to talk about the anime Blue Lock. I had actually just recorded a video of this, but I forgot to plug in my headphones, so it was very muffly and not very good sounding. So I was like, I need to record a proper video. So this is me recording a proper video. I wanted to talk about the whole spirit of the World Cup and stuff. Obviously, we just had the World Cup, and it was controversial, and it had, you know, so many things right and wrong with it, and I believe that Argentina were the correct winners. They just sort of breezed through the whole thing, and then we had the big epic finale. Messi versus Mbappe. Oh, it was so good. Um, I'd actually watched the game and then had to leave before it finished, so I'd actually watched the penalties on a train because I was so invested in what was going to happen. And I'm so glad that Argentina won and Messi finally got crowned the champion of the world, as it were. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about Blue Lock, the Japanese national team anime. If I can say that, I've currently watched it in dubbed. I know there's a sub version out, but I've watched it in dubbed and I've watched it on Crunchyroll. And I've only watched up to I know there's 12 episodes. I watched 8 episodes. I think there'll be more released, to finish off the current series in English. But I'm not gonna do the thing where I mistaked, if that's even a word. Mistook the idea of doing so many things, like for example, like Attack on Titan. Watched it all in English and then watched the last couple of episodes in Japanese. I'm not gonna do that with Blue Lock. I want to stick to the English dubbed. Anyway, that's the idea. One thing I was really interested, I was shocked about with Blue Lock was the fact that they do a lot of it feels like it's almost sort of real time or realistic, where they talk about quotes from Ronaldo, Messi, Pele, etc. I was really not expecting that. That was the first thing that gripped me. I was like, oh, football anime. And the thing with anything sort of related to sports was we have the main protagonist, and it's inner monologue, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a drag. We're going to see him doing something, and we're going to have to listen to him for 20 minutes and so on. And to be fair, the first episode was very much like that, where we see our main guy, I can't remember his name, running towards running towards the goal, and then thinking about passing, and he passes, and the guy messes it up. All the sort of internal monologue, I was like, oh, I'm not really sure I'm going to want to continue this. But then we were introduced to the character of Ego, yes, the main sort of visionary behind Blue Lock, and then I was like, okay, this is interesting because with Blue Lock, it's not your traditional sports anime where the guy's trying to better himself and he's got nobody sort of pushing him to that goal, in the sense of ego is. It's a very controlled environment. You must do this, you must do that, blah 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 blah. And that's what I think sets it apart from the rest. I think about the one with the I think it's volleyball. I can't remember. It starts with H. Hayoku, I think it is. I've watched a couple of episodes. I wasn't really a big fan, but when I think about things like that, and I think about Blue Lock, Blue Lock is obviously very unique because it's football, and we all love football. But also, we've got the different superpowers that these guys have. Our main guy's got the vision and the sort of, be able to see a pass and all that sort of stuff. And guys are agility and speed and shooting and all that sort of stuff. All that sort of thing really sort of just makes it a whole, and you get to learn about each individual character, almost like an episode per character. Like a character has these little thing he talks about, what it was before he was in Blue Lock and all that sort of stuff. I really like that. Um, I've got my little notepad here, where I talk about I wrote down some things. One of the big things I actually wrote down was how long can we keep this series going? I mean, we've got obviously 12 episodes in Japanese. We've got 80 episodes so far and dubbed. That might be changed on Crunchyroll. I haven't actually checked yet, but say that they've put like an episode 9, 10, 11, 12. How many more episodes can we get? I mean, I think they could really, really draw this out. I haven't read the manga. I know there probably is a manga. There's always a manga. But if like they say that they've put through like, so many episodes, so many seasons, and all that sort of stuff, like how much more can we get? I don't want this to be like a thing where it's sort of like just trails off into nothing. I think they've got a really good formula. I really, really hope that they sort of push it towards a 5 or 6 season finale, where we finally get to the winner of Blue Lock. I mean, that's all it's all about. I mean, I think our main guy will obviously win Blue Lock, or maybe we'll get like another sort of surprise. I think as well with this guy from Japan coming over. Japan, obviously the guy from the soccer star who came from soccer football, obviously. Guy coming from like Spain and then come back to Japan to like review his documents or whatever, and then was supposed to go back to Spain, but then he hears about Blue Lock and decides to stay. I think he's going to be some sort of like pivotal thing. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does. Let's see what else did I put. Just all the sort of abilities that the guys have, which is really cool. Obviously, our main guy, I can't remember his name, has the speed and the vision and all that sort of stuff. Not speed, sorry. Like the vision and the fact he can sort of smell a goal. And then we've got like, the guys who can do agility, the guys who have good speed, all that sort of stuff. I think is really cool. Yeah, I think I've pretty much covered it all. Like, how many episodes can we get before we have to sort of end it? I hope that they manage to push it out for a couple of seasons at least. I really hope that they get back on board with like English dubbed so that I can keep up to date with it. I'm not going to watch Japanese dubbed. I know that people are going to be upset with that, but that's just how I am. The inner monologue stuff. At the beginning, I was like, I'm not really into this, but then after a while, it sort of like grew on me. As well as the episodes that we got where the guys are like playing get different games against each other and all that sort of stuff. Overall, I think it's really cool, and I think even if you're not an anime fan but you still like football, I really suggest that you watch it because it's really entertaining, and you get a lot of different like football insights and stuff, and I really like that about it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.